12,215 pounds, triple slide Cardinal coming in here at Hitch RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And overall, appears to be pretty sharp. The only hiccup with it is they just hadn't used it in a few years, so it probably just needs a battery and a bath. It's been stored in a barn for the last however long. And that's the whole reason it's here. This was the retirement rig. They used it for that purpose several seasons, had a good time, and just kind of reached a point. They don't need it anymore. So here she is. Now typically, with a big fifth wheel, when the slides are closed, you really can't get to much of anything. However, that's one of the things this Cardinal does well. Now obviously the slides are open as I record this, but when the slides close, this dinette will basically come pretty much right up next to that kitchen countertop. So what that means is that even when the slide is closed, you can still get to all of the kitchen cabinetry. You can still get to the refrigerator, all of your counter space, your bedroom, your bathroom. This is a very traveling friendly big fifth wheel, and that is a very uncommon series of qualities. Now it's kind of hard visibly, oop, the door just hit me, kind of hard visibly to discern the difference between a 10 and an 8 cubic foot fridge, so I don't want to guess and shoot you wrong, but what is not hard to discern is the amount of really impressive hallway or like kitchen pantry space that you have available to you right here. Now as we step inside, close that door so it doesn't hit me again. What's cool about this one is the whole like wrap around window arrangement. You've got day-night shades throughout, and typically when you find a fifth wheel like this, at least one of those shades has a broken string. Every one of these things worked properly. And they were all down when I got in the RV, so I had an opportunity to put my hands on every single one of them. So overall, I was very impressed with the condition and function of the camper. 6.5 foot tall, walk-in slide. All the windows open for air, so it gets great airflow. Part of the thing that's going to help that too, two things actually, the living room ceiling fan you see there, as well as the rain sensor equipped kitchen vent fan up here. This was really one of the best times for Cardinal fifth wheels. I think that this is, it's like, you know, certain brands have like golden eras. This was definitely a really strong time in the Cardinal lineup. It's really kind of interesting. Their popularity has really waned in recent years. You know, maybe just the decisions they're making or the customers that they're catering to, maybe not as mainstream as it used to be, but this is on point. Dual rear recliners back here, side windows on each side of those recliners also open for airflow, full storage above. And this is something I really miss in modern fifth wheel design, and it's very rare to find it anymore, is a like a desk station. It seems like you either have to go to some kind of middle bunk, and they're actually building dedicated middle office models now, but certain things like a Montana 321 MK that we have here at Hitch RV will also give you that cool desk arrangement. Now this TV is super easy viewing. It pivots, so right now I have it facing the hide-a-bed sofa that we just walked past. But you could easily make it face these twisting rear recliners as well, so it's not going to be a neck stretch and entertainment center. And that electric fireplace next to that office. Like my wife and I go to bed at different times, so I could throw a chair there. I could be playing around on a tablet, a laptop, or whatever. You know, that would be my late night station with that TV going next to me for the white noise, because I'm one of these, like, I'm an entertainment junkie. You know, I'm just typical American Midwestern boy, and that, you know, that's me. I'm on the Netflix late at night. We'll come back to this cabinetry in a minute because there's some cool qualities there. I want to kind of give you a look at the big, like, atrium sort of dining window arrangement that you have here as well. Huge windows around that dining area. Also, excellent airflow. And those are frameless. This is one of the first years those frameless windows started penetrating the marketplace. Now, we looked at the kitchen cabinetry previously, but actually, if I open this up, I think you can get a good look at it. What's nice here is this is all hardwood cabinetry. Yeah, here you go. You can see the pocket screws. This is not a sticker wrap finish. This is actual hardwood cabinet styles with raised panel hardwood doors and hidden hinges. So a very upscale feature you don't typically run into, like true Corian countertops, you know, the stainless undermounted sink. There's a lot of stuff in here that you see commonly in today's market, but here you have it in a used fifth wheel for tens of thousands less than something like that in the used market, which is hard to find. Central vacuum system with a cool little, I like to call electric dustpan, the little white toe kick tray there, so you can sweep everything up around the kitchen. You don't have to actually get out a dustpan, you just kick that thing on and sort of sweep toward it. Also helps get rid of, you know, that last little bit of stuff that's always left over with a dustpan. You just don't run into that here. Now, I'm having memory flashbacks to Mr. Haylett's designer fifth wheel that he used to run around in, because it has the exact same bedroom and bathroom arrangement as this one. It just like teleported me back in time, basically. Porcelain foot flush stool. All sorts of legroom around that toilet. Whether you like when you get in and out of that, for a while they called it a spa style radius shower, and just like in the kitchen, that is a max air vent fan here in the bathroom. Now, nice little details. They didn't start scaling down on the cabinetry once we leave the kitchen. Everything's still that same hardwood, and they're still using a solid surface bath sink, which is a really impressive attention to detail. And, you know, there is a heat vent in the floor of the bathroom, but it's like way over by the side, and it's not the big deal a lot of people think it is. So your main traffic zones here, ventless and very easy to keep clean. This has such a very neat residential feel to it. This is also an RV that is ready for a second air conditioner, so if you want to throw a second AC up in that vent, we can help you with that here at Haylett RV. Now, the bedroom is kind of opposite of what you find in a lot of RVs today, and that window is not helping my case here with this camera, so hold on here. The camera's just not wanting to cooperate. There we go. It got ADHD and it lost focus. Oh! Anyway, so we've got this front closet arrangement. And on the right side, there it is ready for a stackable washer dryer. So if you're looking to do the seasonal part timing, full timing snowbird thing, you can. Huge window here in the bedroom, and I'm sure even though the camera lost focus, you did get to see that there. Let me see if I go like that, if it helps. A little bit. You can see the TV and dresser space below. Let me get us twisted around here real quick, and then we'll take a jaunt outside. Very well dressed headboard and dual cross breeze windows here, and this is a 60 by 80 residential queen, and looking at the thickness of it, they have upgraded this from the standard factory blue wafer of back death to a much nicer residential queen bed. Once again, it's spent its last couple years stored in a barn, so it's a little dusty as a result, but beyond that, I mean, it needs a bath. That's really the worst the outside needs. And we'll take a look at all the seals and everything up top on the roof. We'll come back to that pass-through storage. This has power front leveling jacks, power rear stabilizers. This was built a year or two before the auto leveling systems started making their way into the business. And frankly, guys, the auto leveling systems that were available during this time period, by and large, were not ones that you really wanted. They really had not been, the bugs worked out of them yet. That is a feature that got to the market way, way before it was tested and proven. Thankfully, now, they're pretty much on point. Enclosed docking center. Actually, Cardinal is a brand that they actually help patent quite a few things, or bring to the market rather, and failed to patent a couple things that are very popular in the RV business. But the enclosed docking center is one of those things that'll help give you that extended camping type season. There is a full outside shower in there. Now, what I like is how they're not using that car trunk felt stuff down in here. And that white thing, that's an AC shroud. So when this thing was in storage, the air conditioner was protected. And there's a battery disconnect switch over there. One of the cool things some of your big Forest River trailers in the fifth wheel segment do is they have sectionalized belly shields, so that if you do need to get under there for some kind of service, you don't have a plastic corrugated enclosure that you have to literally knife cut and then duct tape back into place. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It sounds terrible. It doesn't look pretty when it's done, but it's perfectly functional. And you don't have to do that here. Once again, this is one of the first years frameless windows became available, and this does have a Equiflex suspension system to kind of soak up those shocks, jumps, and jolts on the road. Now, a lot of times when you see a rear cap on a fifth wheel, a lot of people go, oh, this must be more ritzy and upscale. There's definitely, that's the public perception, so a lot of RVs follow along with it. It's purely eye candy, but God bless it, does it look good. It does most certainly look better than just a plain fiberglass rear wall. Now, the previous owners had a towing hitch added to the back of this aftermarket, even with a safety chain hooks as well as four-way wiring. So if you do have a small boat, enclosed trailer, or something like that, make sure you're going to check the total length restrictions of your local region. But this one is capable of, performing that sort of RVing. Now, since this thing has been stored out of the sun, the decals, the skin, everything still has a good gleam and gloss to it. Again, I can't say it enough. It just needs a bath, guys. You know, that's all it needs. So you're probably wondering, you know, why didn't you guys do it? Well, this is an RV that we're selling for some folks, which don't let that really twist your head around. We can still do trades and finance and everything else just like we would on any RV that we own every single day. But, you know, the RV just arrived, and this is how they brought it to us. And that is certainly something that before we take it home, or you take it home rather, from our facility, we could do that. But given the time of year at which I'm recording this video, it's about to be snowflake season. So chances are, you'd need to clean it off in the spring anyway. So you can look at it any way you want. We can help you on either side of that equation. You just let us know what it takes to earn your business, guys. We'll get it figured out. We are people that roll campers. We do not collect these things. That's why we've got, I don't know, over 500 options laying around here right now. This Cardinal is certainly a strong one of those, as long as it remains in our inventory. That's the trick with used RVs. Once it's gone, it's gone. So take all the time you need, but need all the time you take, and we'll be here to assist you the rest of the way. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. Now, she could certainly use a good cleaning right now, but that's actually pretty common of a lot of RVs in the fall, right before winter hits. A lot of people will wait till spring and do the spring cleaning. I kind of recommend you do a wash and condition once in the spring, once in the fall. Because if you see a seal that needs touched up, you can do it in the fall before you put it away for winter. And then we check it again in the spring. If for some reason, weather, ice, something got a hold of that seal or one of the seals, you can check it before the spring showers start to cause a problem. Now, this looks like all original factory sealant. You can see the little, it looks like a desert floor sort of cracking on it. That is just normal aging, drying, stretching. It looks like most of the time it was stored inside. They just hadn't got to the roof cleaning yet this year. The slides definitely need a good scrubbing. But overall, everything up here looks pretty decent. There's only like one little spot there by the skylight that I think needs a touch-up. I don't see anything that really even needs, beyond that spot I just mentioned, even touched up. Just needs a quick washing. And that's just about it. Now, there's a couple really interesting spots. It threw me off. There's two areas on this roof where the roof deck actually jumps up. And until I walked on, I kind of forgot that's a weird thing Cardinal did very briefly in certain generations. So like when you get up to the bedroom and bathroom, the roof jumps up and makes it feel bigger, and then it's smaller where, you know, it doesn't need to be oversized. So it's just a weird thing in case you were curious. Short of that, guys, I don't know. She's all right. So, hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. We do it all at Hitch RV, so take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. I am cold.